Yeah.
Deutsche Bank is Germany's leading bank with a strong position in Europe and a significant presence in the Americas and Asia Pacific.
So this is interesting. First of all, it's European, and secondly, it's mostly an investment bank. So Deutsche Bank has always been a market leader in market making, bonds, trading, mergers and acquisitions, corporate finance, lending to corporates to do complicated transactions.
Market cap here is $18.9 billion US. It's currently not profitable or paying a dividend. On that note, do you want to look at the share price graph before we go further?
Why not? Because this doesn't look good. It's a nasty looking picture and it's drifting away to the side. So this is the classic case of a bank where you've been sold the idea that in the end, after the crisis, we would return to high profitability, and we've not seen it.
Yeah, this is a quintessential global investment bank, and it's almost like an experiment that's failed, because you're seeing a lot of these big global banks pulling away from what they did. UBS is another notable one in the European market. Lost 80% of its value over the last 5 years, so close to a disaster, I would say. Very, very difficult management situation, a lot of changes in management, and really struggling to find their core and how they will become that super profitable bank again. So really difficult, and this is also their markets, their core markets, the European markets, very low growth to no growth and ultra low interest rates, very much impacting the profitability of Deutsche Bank.
Just doesn't sound like a good scenario. I'm not sure what to ask next.
Well, the issue for me is around, you saw recently that German 10-year bonds, the yield on those went below zero, which that means basically people are depositing money with the European Central Bank, in this instance through the European leg thereof, and German leg thereof, and getting no interest. So such is the concern about the sort of flight to safety. Why would people want to put money on deposit with Deutsche Bank? Why would people want to borrow, to lend? There's all sorts of other stuff that starts happening, perverse incentives.
Yeah.
When does it normalize, I guess, is the real question.
Is it going to normalize is perhaps the real question.
Yeah, and the fear is that Europe is moved into this kind of Japanese zombie economy stage. And if you look at the demographics for Europe, they really are poor. Low population to negative population growth. So very difficult operating environment. And the bank is just too unwieldy, Deutsche Bank. So very difficult, as you say.
One other comment here is about management. So in the old days, we had the traditional sort of Joseph Ackermann type of patrician German banker type, global investment bank. Then we had a period of joint CEOs, Ansu Jain and another guy. They've been replaced. So there's a new guy who's ex-UBS, Brit, who's a first language German speaker. I don't know, they're kind of casting around, they're looking for new alternatives. They are looking at additional capitalization. They're trying to stabilize things, shut down certain businesses. It's not easy.
So I believe I've been calling you Rowan the whole way through the show. I apologize profusely. It's Lance, of course, and your brother Rowan. It must have just been a slip. Is it really? I'm so sorry.
Well, they are twin brothers.
They are twin brothers.
Excuse.
And of course, I saw you at school this morning, so my apologies.
No problem.
Lance, please correct me if I do behave so badly.
Hot or not on Deutsche? I think the problem here is it just doesn't look very attractive right now.
Not hot.
Plenty of risks out there, not hot. So it's a reminder.
Even for the value investors.
I would say so, because you might have a situation where they have to do a very expensive and deeply discounted rights issue, and that would be very unappealing.